Hello everyone and welcome to another gaming build video. Today we are going to try and build the best possible gaming PC for just $300. It took me 2 weeks to come up with the parts for $300 gaming PC. I tried a lot of combinations but most of them crossed the $300 budget. But finally I came up with a PC that would be able to play the latest titles like GTA 5 and Witcher 3 at high settings at 1080p at 30fps. First of all, for CPU we are going to use the Pentium G3258, a dual core processor. To save money for graphics card we had to go with a dual core processor. Also, it's a great processor for overclocking. It will cost you $70 and is quite capable of playing games like GTA 5 at high settings at 30fps. For motherboard, we are going to use the ASRock H81M DGS motherboard. Although it won't be the best motherboard for overclocking, but it will provide just a bit of overclock for the CPU. This motherboard has just enough to satisfy you in a budget build. It will cost you $45. For memory, we are going to use a single 4GB Crucial Ballistic Sports RAM. It will cost you $30. Now it's time to choose the most important part for a gaming build, the graphics card or GPU. For GPU, I went with the GTX 750 Ti for $140. This card gave the build a solid foundation to run modern titles like GTA 5, Witcher 3 at medium to high settings without a problem. Don't expect to max out everything, but it will give you just enough to play all the latest games at 1080p 30fps on decent settings. The power supply is the heart of the build, so it is really important to get a decent power supply. For power supply, I went with the EVGA 400 watts power supply. It will cost you $30. To get a decent gaming build, I had to spend most of the money on the graphics card. So I had to sacrifice storage and go with the 250GB Seagate barcode hard drive. But it's an easy enough upgrade for the future. It will cost you $25. Finally, for casing, I chose the NGXT Source S210001 casing. It's a mid-tower ATX case for $40. It's a decent airflowing case and has just enough to go with a budget build like this. So for $300 you're able to build a gaming PC that will perform quite close to the next-gen consoles and has potential for future upgrades. You'll be able to play Battlefield 4 and GTA 5 at high settings at 30fps. Games like Witcher 3 will run at medium settings without a problem. Also, you have room to upgrade to a 4th gen i3 or i5 in the future, or maybe at a better GPU. It's both future-proof and has potential to perform quite close to the next-gen consoles. So, did you expect a $300 gaming PC to perform that well? Let me know in the comments below. Also, drop a like for all the efforts and combinations I had to try out. Subscribe for more gaming builds like this, and I'll catch you in my next one.